This is Rick Rule from Rule Investment Media for the Mining Journal Select Conference, July 1st and 2nd in London, England. The purpose of these interviews is to prepare our attendees ahead of the conference to know which exhibitors and which speakers that they are interested in hearing. This will enable you to allocate your time and capital more effectively. We encourage you, if you hear a story that you're interested in, and you will, that you reach out to the company before the conference. This will help you, as I say, allocate your time and your capital at the conference much more efficiently. Today, I have the good fortune to interview a friend of longstanding, Martin Rosser, CEO of Oriole Resources. Martin, first of all, congratulations on having your project selected by the Mining Journal Select team. And thank you, too, for your sponsorship of the Mining Journal Select Conference.
Thank you. It's our pleasure, my pleasure.
Let's begin by discussing the company's human resources. Tell me something about your background and the background of your key employees and why that might enable you to advance shareholder interests.
Definitely. Well, my background is I'm a mining engineer. When I graduated, I went to work in Western Australia in the gold mining industry there. So I've got significant underground and open pit gold mining experience, including starting one of Western Australia's first open pit gold mines. And after 5 years, I decided that I should get a bit of a change of scene. I managed to get a job in the City of London as a mining analyst for a stockbroking firm where I spent a significant amount of time looking at companies all over the world for the firm. I then left and joined another stockbroking firm, and subsequent to that, I joined the firm of David Williamson Associates, which was a very highly regarded and well-known business that focused on providing consultancy services to the international mining industry, including significant corporate finance and also investor relations services. And then in 2005, I became CEO of an AIM-listed company in the mining sector, which gave me a lot of experience operating in South America, looking at a copper open pit operation rather. And so I've got a broad range of experience encompassing, as you've heard, the industry, financial markets, and complements the team that I've got around me, my colleagues, who are similarly highly regarded and experienced in the industry. I should mention the two non-exec directors on the board, our chairman, Eileen Carr, who is extremely well known in the world of mining. She's got considerable African experience on boards at chairwoman level. And also on the board is David Pelham, who's a highly regarded geologist who's been responsible for several significant gold discoveries in his career. And then I've got my two excellent executive colleagues who are experienced in, firstly, in the case of Claire Bay, exploration, and then as my CFO, I've got Bob Smeaton.
While the company is active both in Cameroon and Senegal, your Cameroonian assets have been identified by the Mining Journal Select team as being one of the most prominent exploration development assets on the globe. So why don't you take us briefly through that asset and talk to us about why they and you are excited?
Yes, well, historically, Cameroon has not had any serious mining interest because it's been focused as a country on the oil and gas sector. And so it's been neglected. Now, what we're very excited about is that lack of interest has got nothing to do with a lack of attractive and exciting geology. So indeed, the whole country is prospective for various metals, but gold in particular. And this was identified by Oriole as a major area where it could get a significant first mover advantage, which is what we've done. So we've got a very significant land holding in the country, 4,400 square kilometers. We've been able to identify the most exciting targets, in our opinion, for gold exploration, and we've secured under 11 licenses significant exploration acreage. It's split in terms of the activities that we have at the moment between our northern Bibemi project and what we call the central license package, which is nearly 4,000 square kilometres, and where we've got our very exciting Mbe project. So what we've got is we've got very exciting geology. Cameroon is basically between the West African and the Congo cratons, and that means that the geology is certainly highly prospective. And so what we believe is that we've already identified some very exciting projects that can go the distance and become, we hope, significant gold deposits.
Talk to us briefly in the time that we have left about your funding strategy, which I think is both unique and intelligent.
Well, thank you for that. Yes. Well, as you know, the kiss of death for any junior company is dilution. And so what we as a board, a company, are highly motivated to do is minimize dilution wherever possible. So we've always tried to get project level funding into the company, which indeed is what we announced at the beginning of the year with our deal with BCM International, which is a West African based mining civil earth moving contractor with major experience in, as the name would suggest, in West Africa. And so what we have done with them is they've come in to provide signature payments to us, which is obviously money in the bank, and then a commitment to an up to 50% interest in our two flagship projects, Mbe and Bibemi, by paying $4 million on exploration on each project to an up to 50%. So that's money into the project rather than the company having to go out and pass around the begging bowl to raise capital from the equity markets.
Finally, Martin, to the extent that our attendees are interested in learning more about Oriole at, or better yet, before the conference, who in particular do they contact and how do they reach that person?
Well, they should contact me. I am always available to answer questions. The contact details are on the website, but I'm going to give you them now. My email address is martin.rosser@orioleresources.co.uk.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly the correct answer. The buck stops at the top. The CEO wants to talk to you. Martin, thank you for your long-standing efforts on behalf of mining investors through a great career. Thank you, too, for your efforts on behalf of Oriole Resources shareholders. And finally, thank you for your support of the Mining Journal Select Conference in London, July 1st and 2nd.
Well, thank you again, Rick. And it's been our pleasure to support the Mining Journal, a fantastic organization that we've known for a long time. And of course, delighted to have your involvement with it too.